Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we have an amazing English story that will help you improve your listening, learn new words, and practice English. So grab your headphones, relax, and let's dive in. It begins with silence. A soft wind moves through the narrow streets of Paris, carrying the faint echo of footsteps, laughter, and the quiet hum of a city that never truly sleeps. And above it all she stands, tall, cold, eternal. The Eiffel Tower, everyone knows her shape, the lattice of iron rising into the clouds, the delicate lines meeting in perfect balance, but few remember what she truly is. Not a monument, not a tourist attraction, but a living symbol of contradiction, beauty born from rejection, light built from steel. When Gustave Eiffel first dreamed of her, he saw not a structure, but a statement. It was 1886, an age of invention, of industry, of ambition. Paris was preparing for the World's Fair, a grand exhibition meant to show the world the triumph of human progress. And Eiffel wanted something no one could ignore, a tower of iron, piercing the sky, rising higher than anything built before it. But the city was furious. The greatest artists and writers of France called it madness, an iron skeleton, a monstrous black factory chimney. They said it would ruin the skyline, destroy the poetry of Paris. They begged to stop it, yet Eiffel refused. He believed that one day beauty would be seen not only in marble or stone, but in metal, in motion, in courage. When construction began, it was not grand, it was chaos. The noise of hammers, the clanging of bolts, the groan of steel under tension. Hundreds of men worked in dangerous heights, their hands numb from cold, their faces blackened with soot. They didn't see what they were building, only the next beam, the next rivet. And still the tower rose, slowly, defiantly, above doubt, above fear, above reason. 2 years, 2 months, and 5 days later she touched the sky. And Paris fell silent. It was no longer an idea. It was a miracle of iron and willpower, 300 meters of weightless grace. She became a bridge between the earth and the heavens, a skeleton of steel that somehow breathed with life. When the fair opened, millions came to see her. Many still hated her, others fell in love instantly, but no one could look away. What no one knew then was how deeply this tower would become a witness, a silent observer of the human story. She watched as the 20th century unfolded below her feet. The glow of gas lamps turned into electricity. Horses disappeared, replaced by the hum of engines. Lovers met beneath her arches. Soldiers marched past her base. Children grew up under her shadow. And through it all, she never changed. During World War I, her antennas transmitted coded messages, words that saved lives. In World War II, her elevators were cut by the French so the Nazis would have to climb if they wanted to conquer her. Even in darkness, her silhouette remained a symbol, not of power, but of defiance. After the wars, the tower became something softer, a place of memory, of hope. The world began to see not a monument of iron, but a monument of emotion. Every night when her lights come alive, the city seems to exhale. The Seine glows, the air thickens with whispers. People stop walking, they look up. For a brief moment, they remember what it means to dream. But the Eiffel Tower is not just light, she is also loneliness. Ask the workers who built her, many never saw her finished. Ask Eiffel himself, admired, mocked, forgotten, remembered. His greatest creation outlived him, became more famous than he ever could, and yet she carries his heart. Every beam, every bolt, every curve is a piece of his defiance. He once said, "Do not look for beauty in ornament or decoration. Look for it in structure, in purpose." He saw what no one else could, that art could live in function, that poetry could be forged in iron. Standing beneath the tower today, you can feel it, that strange tension between cold metal and human warmth. It's as if she breathes, watching the crowds with quiet patience. The world changes, but she remains, a reminder that permanence is built through persistence, not perfection. People travel across oceans to see her. They take pictures, smile, leave, but for some, she leaves something behind, a thought. A feeling that even the most impossible dream, once realized, becomes a mirror of who we are. because the Eiffel Tower is not really about Paris. It's about belief, belief that we can build something out of nothing. That even when the world laughs, mocks, or doubts, creation is its own form of courage. She stands not as a victory, but as a question. What are you building? What is your tower, the thing that no one believes in but you? Every person who's ever stood beneath her knows that feeling, the quiet mix of awe and longing. It's not the tower that moves them. It's the reflection of their own dreams within her shape. When night falls and she begins to sparkle, the city of lights becomes a heartbeat of gold and shadow. From the top, the world feels endless. The air thins, the noise fades, and everything below becomes small, like memories from another lifetime. Up there, you can almost hear the whispers of the past, of the workers shouting orders, of Eiffel's quiet determination, of the Parisians who once cursed her, now proud beyond measure. The tower is a paradox, strong yet delicate, silent yet alive, distant yet deeply human. And maybe that's why we love her, because she reminds us that beauty often begins in rejection. That the things most criticized often become the things most loved. Gustave Eiffel didn't just build a monument, he built a message that we are capable of more than we imagine, and that progress and poetry are not enemies, they are twins. The tower was supposed to be dismantled after 20 years, but she refused to die. Instead, she became the soul of a city and the silent proof that dreams, once made real, never fade completely. Every century has its symbols. But few have a soul. The Eiffel Tower does, because she carries the story of struggle, vision, and the timeless human need to touch the sky. And perhaps that's the secret, that she's not made of iron at all. She's made of hope. Layered, bolted, and welded by hands that believed in something bigger than themselves. When the wind moves through her beams, it doesn't sound like metal, it sounds like music, a song of endurance, a hymn to imagination. And as you walk away, her silhouette stays with you, tall, serene, unshaken, like a reminder that even in a fragile world, some dreams are built to last forever, because the Eiffel Tower isn't just a place you visit. It's a story you carry, a story about courage, defiance, beauty, and the quiet strength of believing when no one else does. And maybe one day, when you face your own impossible, you'll remember her, standing above the city, silent but alive, proof that even cold metal can have a heart, and that every soul, no matter how ordinary, was born to rise.